That's frost, folks.
Certified 100% Texas frost. It's so cold, my first intro froze. The camera literally froze, fishing freaks. Oh gosh. Oh goodness. I love early mornings. Some plaid flannels. What is the difference between plaid and flannel? I don't really know. But I love putting on some of that with a nice cup of hot coffee and then going and doing something in the great outdoors. That's exactly what we're doing. We're going to see my old boy Hayden today. We're gonna attempt to do some fishing. Not sure how this is gonna work out. Always be prepared for the great outdoors. You never know what you might find. Never know what you might get into. All right, let's go. What are we doing?
We're gonna attempt to catch some bass if their lips aren't frozen shut.
This is what you call, this certified fishing freak territory right here we're in right now. Possible ice on the guides today. We're just gonna go give it a whirl out here. Now it is a private lake, so there is always that chance of possibly getting into maybe a good bite. When people are covering their plants to prevent their death, that's when you know it's cold as nipples out here. Well, there she blows. She got a little frozen to the trailer, but we got it off. Just want to express to y'all that my level of preparation for today is quite poor, and I'm in need to give favorite fishing a phone call and get some more fishing rods, since this is what I can pull out of my garage. I've been going back and forth from 2 different cities, and this is all I got right now. I brought my two reels from Mexico, and I got this rod right here. So not only that, I probably have 25 and 65 pound test on these reels. The line's probably feels like weed eating line right now. I feel good though, I feel confident. Great outdoors, it's good. I just saw a shad flicker over here. I think it's dying actually. I think that's what it's doing. He's so cold, he died. He looks so cold, he's dying. I like Hayden's look too. That hat is clutch on days like today.
Function over fashion.
Step 1, take your rod, which this isn't even the right 2-piece series. I really need to get some 2-piece rods for travel. Just keep them in my truck. Phantom series here with, I think it's a Defender top on it. We'll call it a top today. Anyway, it's a decent little action. Overall action, might work. Take our 25 pound fluorocarbon. Our saving grace is that it's a private lake, so it doesn't get a whole lot of pressure. It's not very big either, but you know when it's so cold you just lose your motor functions and your fingers are telling you to just go home? It's cold there, folks. Certified ice. Oh, hey, well, I didn't put it through the almost ready for the tour. We'll be back after this commercial from the sponsors we don't have. Hot Hands. Yes, dude, you read my mind. This would be a perfect plug time. Be like the 4 times a year we use Hot Hands in Texas. I'm gonna put the old big Bagley on, dude. If this doesn't work, I'm going with a jig 100%. Okay, literally that was just a wake bait essentially, since I was reeling it so slow and it's balsa. We're gonna switch it up here. Update on water temperature here. We've got 44.5. Just so y'all know, in Texas, that might as well be frozen. So when a bass bites this lure, it's going to feel like a wet sock, very soggy feeling. And our mouths are also harder in the wintertime, so you need to keep your hook sharp. You need to be on point, ready to set the hook. Typically, when I start throwing a chatterbait and a spinnerbait is when that water reaches mid-50s. We're about 10 degrees off right there. So going something slow or that has pauses like a jerkbait or a jig or a shaky head. Hayden actually just had a bite on a shaky head, non-aggressive bite, as to be expected. I'm a big fan of black and blue. Post cold front, bluebird kind of conditions right here. I'm gonna try to get something fairly compact. It's not too threatening here. Maybe even go finesse style. One of these boogers. Who am I kidding? I can't throw a finesse jig on 25 pound test. That would be just inappropriate. Old Denny Brower was telling me that blue sapphire is one of his favorite color jigs. Grab me a coffee and a honey bun. There she blows. Just leave that out in the sun, let it heat up. How big a bass do you think are in here? Like, what's the potential to get one on a jig? There's 10 pounders? Okay, I'm good. I'm in the right spot then. I don't want to fish anywhere that doesn't have at least double digits. Just a light little flapper here. Black and blue, green pumpkin craw trailer. That'll do it on a big one. Yeah. Pad stems. Got a little sunshine hitting the stems, hitting this vegetation. They're not totally dead, which is weird. Like normally this time of year, you're fishing over brown stems. Oh, come here. Yeah. Oh, you son of a. That was a big one. You know, let's talk about stretching fluorocarbon for a minute. Because that's exactly what happened there. Number one, my hand was so frozen I couldn't. I was like, here, here. And he was wrapped around the weed. I didn't get a good hook set, but stretching the fluorocarbon is something to contend with on jig. You got to match with the proper rod. The bottom half of my rod is the right rod. Problem is the top portion that I picked out. Going with one rod today, so I had to compromise a little bit. Enough of the excuses. I lost him. Never felt the bite, just like your bite. Just a wet sock. Got him. Yes. Get him in. Heck yeah. Broke the ice, literally.
I think he was on there for about 10 minutes.
How cold is that fish? You just feel like an icicle. There we go. Got him on the old black and blue shaky head. Black and blue, tried and true, getting it done on the bluebird skies. You know it's cold. All three of our bites have just been little wet socks. I think the hardest thing about fishing this time of year is trying to go slow. You're not really gonna get bites unless you're going slow. You can't really cover water to find fish. You just have to take your time and go slow and predict where they're gonna be. The old Mrs. Freshleys. I don't think I've seen this brand. You know what's nice about a honey bun? When you eat it in the wintertime, it acts as chapstick as well. It double purpose. Good lard on your lips. Speaking of lard on the lips, I think I've done it. I think I got me one. Look, he's so cold he can't even fight like a man. Shake your tail. Oh, that's a beat up one. Look at that. Wow, he's cold. See a little mark on him? He's got a mark that's on the top of him too. Like you've been, dude, look at that. Like something bit him, for real.
Yeah, just look at his dorsal fins.
Right there? Is there gators in here? Turkeys. He got attacked by turkeys. Well, there it is. That's a cold one. Caught me a cold one. Look at that. The mountains are even blue right now. Another squishy bite. Second fish in the boat, but not quite as big as that first thump I had. Same scenario up in the weeds. The old lily pad stems, just a squishy feeling. It was kind of one of those where I was like, you know, I don't know if there's anything on here, but I'm just gonna send it home, see what happens. Woo, it's warmed up a few degrees now. We got a couple fish. We're gonna see if we can go catch a few more. The pad stems have been key. That vegetation that's down on the bottom, that's kind of old, it's holding some heat, and then the ones that are right at the surface, seems like those fish are right in less than 2 feet of water. Of course, this lake's not very deep, but the mixing within the lake, it's probably just as cold out deep as it is up shallow. So if they can get just a little bit of warmth up there in the shallows, they're gonna try to do it. But man, detecting a bite right now, it's pretty hard. It's very hard. You just gotta swing away if you feel anything, any kind of squish. I got another one. He's so cold he can't fight. He's got red lips. Oh, he's a long one. That's when you know they're cold. They got that nice rosy little lip on them. Thanks for the tug. Well, fishing freaks, I think we've done all we can do out here. Leading, hating, throwing jigs, throwing shaky heads. We've kind of tried it all, figured out a little pattern. It's kind of typical winter fishing, especially on really cold days like today, fishing in the morning. Don't expect to get a whole lot of bites. You might get a good one. You might get a good bite, you know, 1 out of every 4 or 5 fish, but don't expect the action to be hot. Luckily, being here in Texas, and especially down here where we're at, we got hogs in the area. You know, Hayden's got some hog spots, and I got a new toy. Not really a toy, it's a machine. It's a hog killing machine I need to show you guys. I haven't shown you yet. Hopefully we're gonna put that to use this afternoon. So time to roll on. Hey fishing freaks, thanks for coming along for this cold weather fishing adventure today. Hopefully you learned a little something about fishing in that super cold weather. And if you want to come along for the hog hunt, make sure to subscribe right here. It's free and easy and it's outdoor action. Do it, and I'll see you on the next one.